Alan Ritchson, the actor behind Reacher, has recently attacked Christians, Trump, and cops. We're going to talk about that in this video. Welcome to Republican Talks, everybody. I'm your host, Kenneth Glenn, and today we're going to be talking to you about the recent Alan Ritchson controversy. He recently did an interview, and he said some pretty bad things about Christians and Trump and cops. So we're going to talk about all of that in this video. This happened about 4 or 5 days ago, so I'm a little late to the party, but that's how I like it to be, because I like to not instantly react to when I see something. I like to take my time with it, meditate with it, and really think about what I'm saying. We're going to start with Alan Ritchson. Alan Ritchson is a Christian. He has a Insta Church YouTube channel. He's also the actor of Reacher and many other actors. He is in the new movie Ordinary Angels, which I haven't seen yet, but I want to see it. I made a video about him in the past because he didn't criticize me. He responded to a lot of Christians that were criticizing him for playing Reacher, playing such a violent character, and I actually liked what he said in that video as well. However, I do not like this. Here's what he said. He said, Christians today had become the most vitriolic tribe, vitriolic meaning hateful. This is so antithetical to what Jesus was calling us to be and do. So he's basically critiquing Christians for being hateful. My response to this is true Christians aren't hateful. The people who are hateful, the people who are in Christianity for the wrong reason, people who are actually trying to hurt and harm people, and people who don't really have the true love of God in their heart aren't true Christians. A Christian isn't a person who says that they're a Christian. A Christian is a person who actually follows Christ and follows the commandments. That is someone who is actually a Christian. My dog wants to play with me right now. A person who doesn't follow Christ and doesn't follow the Ten Commandments, someone who is hateful, as you would say, wouldn't be considered a true Christian. Now, an example of something that wouldn't be very Christ-like and something that a Christian wouldn't do would be filming a sex scene, maybe. Like, that's stuff that Christians just wouldn't do. Oops. So that's my opinion, at least. That's not a true Christian. Someone that does those things wouldn't be considered a true Christian in my heart. So what he should have said that I feel bad for Christians because there's some people who claim to be Christians and don't have the true love of God in their heart. I feel bad for them because they get looked down upon because of those bad examples. Okay, moving on to the next claim he makes, he says something against Trump. He says, Trump is a rapist and a con man, yet the entire Christian church seems to treat him like he is their poster child, and it's unreal. I don't understand it. My problem with this claim is that Trump was the first president in a very, very long time. First, you gotta remember, Trump is like Richard Nixon in a way, because Trump came in after a large Republican drought. The people have been wanting a legitimate, God-fearing conservative to come back to the presidential races. And when Trump came back, we finally got that, kind of. And it was refreshing, because the last time we got that was Ronald Reagan. Nixon was the same way. We had a bunch of Democratic presidents before Nixon came in, and Nixon was like a new, refreshing guy, and go figure, they treated him like crap, and they defamed him, and they lied about him, just like they're lying about Trump now. It's ironic. History's repeating itself. It's funny when you study history, when you see these things in person. But he became the poster child, not necessarily a poster child, but a lot of Christians like him because he's truly supportive of God. He's a God-fearing. He's the most pro-life president we've ever had. He fulfilled biblical prophecy. He gave the Golan Heights back to Israel, and he made Jerusalem the capital of Israel, which are both biblical prophecies. And he brought prayer back in school. I mean, he is a legitimate Christian president. Now, I will say that I do not like his morally absent stance on abortion right now. I don't respect that at all. But to sit here and say that Trump has no value at all and that he's a rapist when you have no evidence of that at all is absolutely asinine. Now we're going to move on to his last claim, last thing that he said in that interview. 4 years ago or so, when Breonna Taylor was killed, he posted on Instagram, he was wearing a shirt that said, "Arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor." You know, the same Breonna Taylor that was found with a dead body in her rental car. And in this statement recently, he said that cops get away with murder all the time, and the fact that we don't really hold them accountable for their improprieties is disturbing to me. I mean, you shouldn't have to spend more time getting an education to be a hairstylist than a cop who is armed with a deadly weapon. I would argue that hairstylists also have deadly weapons, scissors, for example. And B, and my second point is no, it does not take longer to become a cop, or it does not take longer to become a hairstylist than it does to become a cop. It takes like 9 months to 2 years to become a hairstylist. It takes about 4 years to become a cop. Now, if he's just talking about police academy, that's 6 months. But you have to have your associate's degree in order to become a cop as well. And that takes 2 to 6 years. So minimum, you're looking at 2 years and 6 months. You don't just become a cop overnight. So I wanted to just debunk these claims. I think this is going to be it for my video. Hope that video, guys. Please leave a comment, subscribe for more. Give me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.